Hey, we're good now. We're not singing though. The live got that.
That the live got us there. Yeah, no, that's all good. So I'm super excited for that, just to touch on some epic little strategies that I've had. And it's kind of funny, like how we're going to take our friendships and all that stuff to the masterminding level, and how we have jokes about, you know, Sassy and her organization and the planner.
But let me guess. I came completely unprepared, and I'm just going to wing it. But I bet you anything, Sassy's got like a whole book of notes in front of her, because she's got it and I can see it.
I'm definitely writing notes as we go too, because I don't ever, want to, so just keep me on track, because I can find my brain gets a little bit scattered sometimes. And that's why I need the structure. I'm like, shit.
So I just wanted to ask in the chats, who actually, at least a couple times a week masterminds with at least one person that's not like maybe necessarily in their team? Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm recording now. Thanks.
Yeah, let us know in the chats, guys, on Facebook. I know Facebook lags a little bit more than our Zoom, but I do. Yes. No, I don't. Nicole. We'll teach you some good strategies. We just started today with the 4 of us. Wicked, awesome. Angela. Allison says nope on Facebook.
I got a whole bunch of yeses here on the Zoom, so I'm really excited about this. Not consistently. See, that was a big thing I struggled with for like the whole first year of my business. I would be really good with some people, and it's not that that's a bad thing. Like, I would be really good with some people for like, a month or a month and a half. And I would mastermind with like a group of 4, at least once a week, if not more. And it really did make it better for me, because you guys have all heard, like, it's better for your ads budgets. It's better for all these things. But the biggest thing I always tried to find within these little masterminds is people that were opposite to me, because I needed that consistency, and I needed that like push to be more structured for me. And honestly, I would always fall off. But the thing was that all these different people taught me something new. So it's not a bad thing to go through a lot of masterminds, but to always have one, right?
At least.
Yeah, at least. Because like, it's super important to have someone to keep you there, to keep you going and moving, even when you feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's annoying. I hate that my notifications don't shut off, or whatever it is that you're not motivated about. You need those people to be like, to shake you and like, be like, no, Kat, you're being dumb.
Yes. You need the people that are going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you necessarily want to hear, to push you, to propel you forward. So I love this topic. Going.
I love friends.
Oh yes.
But yeah, so I just really wanted to touch on that. Like, it's not a bad thing to go through a lot of masterminds, because sometimes we'll join one and we won't resonate with the people in it, and that's okay to leave them. Like, don't ever be offended if somebody leaves your mastermind because they're not jiving with you. Just, they need to go somewhere else to get the help that they need. And I always find, don't always go for people that are at the same level as you. Like, not always. Like, for me, Caitlin and Sassy, Caitlin's like my mentor. Sassy is like my equal. And then, we have like Bree and all these other people that come into our masterminds all the time, and they push us for different reasons. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you need those people that you can help so that you feel confident in helping your team. And then you also need the people that are coming in and really creating that motivation for you, and and showing you the path, and like paving it for you, and being like, it is all possible. I'm hitting things and like, I'm crazy over here.
Hand talker.
But you really need these people in your life. And if you're not doing it, and especially if you're not doing it outside your team too, you need the people that you're not continuously talking to all the time. Get new inspiration from outside. There's 12,000 of us or something, and 7,000 that are active constantly within GAS. So you have an abundance, you guys. You have an abundance of people. Don't be scared to reach out.
Definitely. And one thing I want to touch on too, like, all those were great points, but one thing I definitely want to touch on is, if you're the smartest person in your mastermind, you need another mastermind. You need one that's going like, it's good to have it and like help, and like you always need to give and help back, right? But when you have someone that is a little bit smarter than you, maybe a little bit more progressive in where you want to be, has the results that you're after, you're doing good. Be around that person and just pull ideas, because they're obviously doing something right. They're obviously doing something a little bit differently. They're getting the results that they're looking for, right? So go and try and find, like, it's okay to have people that are not as advanced as you, or maybe they're the same level as you. It's good when you're first starting too, to, if you don't have a mastermind yet, I don't know how many newbies we got on. This group is just growing like crazy lately.
Throw it in the chat. Like, do you guys have a mastermind, and do you have somebody that pushes you?
Yeah. Ooh, tag them. Who pushes you?
Oh yeah, tag them, because if they're pushing you, they should have already been here.
Oh, John's new. Here we go. This is going to be good. By the end of this night, or the end of the Zoom, I'm going to push you guys, please, to go and find a mastermind. Go and find someone, and it can be anyone within the community. It can be anyone within the group, but I suggest reaching out to in the community as well, because there's so many people that are probably have so many similarities as you, but they think a little bit differently than you, and you think a little bit differently from them, right? This is like give and give, and like that ad spend, like what Kat was touching on, is if you guys mastermind once a week, right? Or maybe 2 times a week, or every single day, you guys go and test something with your ad. So you know how you have $5 a day, $150 a month. So now your other mastermind partner has $150 as well a month. So now what do you guys have? You guys don't have $150. You guys have $300 to test with. You have $300 to see what worked and what didn't. You're always just progressing and trying new things and building each other up, moving each other forward. And then you guys come together and you guys both reap the rewards.
Totally. And I also want to touch on something that Elizabeth threw in the chat in the Zoom side, is locally meeting with people in person. That personal connection you will never find. Like, we have these connections over the line, but it's like when we can actually be face to face with these people, that it really, like, it's a lifelong connection now, right? We can't forget about these people. We've hugged them. Our energies have transferred between each other. I don't know what you believe, but for me, that's but really find the people that are in your area, because we have so many people, and I bet you anything you have somebody within 100K of you, and that you can meet with once a month at least.
Yeah, that's a wicked idea too. And get this thing that we're all on right now, either Facebook or Zoom, right? And go and make a point to it. Write it in your schedule, or write a reminder in your phone. Cat's laughing. So you'll notice that I'll be like, hey, remind yourself, write it in your schedule or planner, anything like that. It's because
and I'm more like, as soon as you feel like down, go message that person and get on the Zoom right then. Yeah. For me, I'm not a scheduler. I do it when I feel. I'm a feeler. Even when I go shopping, I have to touch and feel things. So I'm a feeler all the way. But that's why we work great together, because I can text Sassy like, I need you now, and she can be like, Kat, we're scheduled every week. It's okay.
No, I got you. We're good. No, and what's beauty about this too is, like, I just want to touch on this because I feel like it's such a big key point to, like, great, you guys have a mastermind, but what do you do and how do you mastermind? Like, how do you do, like, what do you get? What are the topics? Like, what's going to propel you forward? Right? So biggest thing is, and this is what I've taught my team, and I've actually, like, built a bunch of training for my team as well, just to enhance their experience here with Global Affiliate Zone, is just get organized, okay? Get organized. And the first thing that I tell them to do week 1 into your business is go down to Staples or wherever you're at. I do not know what they have in the States. I'm from Canada. So go down to your local business supply store, and get a thing called a planner. Okay, you guys see this? It's cheap, and it's a business write-off as well. Keep your receipt.
I think every dollar store has them too. So
there you go.
Like super cheap and like a $2 one.
I suggest about this big, because it has like the hours in, but it has quarter of an hour. So my day starts at 7. Well, my day starts well before 7, but in the planner it starts at 7. Then it goes like 7:30, and then 8, 8:15, 8:30, all the way down to 10 o'clock at night. So I know exactly what I'm doing every single day. And when I it's funny because some people, they like to work off of the phone. I'm not quite there with technology. I like to see pen to paper so I remember it in my brain. And then I see what my day is going to be like. And when I write my goals in the planner, at the top, it's like, what do I want to achieve? It acts as a list too, like a power list, or, an F yeah, I call my power list an F yeah power list, but it's actually the word. I don't really want to swear because, I respect some people's ears and listening, but I
just want to hear it in the chats. Do you prefer pen to paper, or are you like me and you use Siri to set all of your reminders? Let's just hear it. Let's see where we are at with all the people, and then we can help you both ways, because both ways are good. pen to paper. So yeah, so most of them are you.
Yeah, okay, sorry. No, I cut out there for a minute. My internet was being a little
She's
silly.
up in the mountains enjoying cold.
It's been raining and it's been like 10 degrees and then it drops down to like 5. It's getting cold, but I love it because I love the winter. Pen to paper. Okay, so this is wicked. Now I want you to ask yourself a question, and if the answer is no, you need to go to your local supply store and pick this up. Okay, go get a planner. So do you guys have a planner? Why is my first part A to that question. Part B is go get one. Like, please. And you will thank yourself for it. You'll be more productive. And if you get really diligent on this, it's actually hilarious. I could go all day on a planner, but it's really simple on a planner. If you guys are working, which I'm assuming a bunch of you still are, which is totally awesome, but put the hours that you're working into your planner, and then put when you're working, most importantly, on your business, going through trainings, how long you're going to be going through trainings. If you get burnt out, maybe take 15-minute break, but then go back in there and do not go to sleep. Like, sacrifice now. Do not go to sleep before your power list is done. Do not go to sleep until everything is completed and you're like, this is a win.
Does everybody know what a power list is? Pause.
Oh,
she goes really fast sometimes, and it takes me to be like,
yeah. So when I get passionate, I'm like right in it. Okay. No, a power list. Okay.
No,
thank you.
You have to stop.
Yes. Okay. So what a power list is, it's just a non-negotiable list of everything you want to accomplish. What I have on my power list, and I need to get more diligent with this, little mental note here. But what a power list is, just a non-negotiable list. So it's basically like an agenda of what you're doing. So I'm going to work, do my IPAs. And what are IPAs? Income producing activities. What is going to get you to where you want to be, getting that income flowing in, right? So doing your IPAs is a non-negotiable for myself. So, but first what I'll do, okay, I'll just tell you what I do. We'll go through what our days are like, because I'm super structured.
Yeah, and I'll go through more of my day, and then you can see how both can be successful as long as you commit.
Yeah.
That is basically what this whole Zoom is about. Is Sassy is my complete opposite, and she literally has her day planned to the minute, where I don't, but I still commit to finishing the things that I want to do, right? So she's going to go over her day because she's fucking rocking it, and I really don't need to talk too much except for to slow her down every once in a while, and then I will go.
See, this is why I love this. Like, Kat is like one of my best friends, and I absolutely love this. Like, being able to talk and you guys can just see us in action and share our friendship and our business relationship and are just us with you guys. It's a blessing. And she needs to slow me down, because I've actually been told that I talk when I get on a roll. It's like a mile a minute, like, wah!
Yeah,
so,
I feel like we both need to go to speech classes, because I find that they always teach really confident speakers talk slower, and then for me, I'm like, yeah, a little bit too whatever, and then so I need to be a little bit more assertive. So I think that's what we should do.
Oh, write it in the planner.
You put it in your planner and I'll just commit.
Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. Okay. So I'll go over what my perfect day of what I love to do. So in the morning, because I'm full-time, I've been full-time for quite a while. I actually have kind of a funny story, but that's for a later date.
I told them we'd make them LOL today, so you better be telling your funny story.
Oh, okay. I'll do well, that's boring. When I was going to tell you guys a little bit of how I started, all that stuff, but no one really likes hearing about that stuff. They just like hearing about the tip of the iceberg, not everything underneath it, right? So I'll just go through my day, and maybe when you guys see me, it's a nice little challenge. You guys see me run into me at a mastermind or an event, you guys can be like, what's your funny story? Because I will always remember it. I got the scars to prove it. No, Cat's laughing. So my perfect day is I like getting up at 5 a.m. And this is going to be different for everyone too, but I get up at 5, I meditate, I do my gratitude. Do you guys have the book, The Magic? If you guys don't, please go and pick that up.
Also, another good tool too, and that a lot of us leaders I've noticed have picked them up too, is a prayer bead or a mala bead. And it doesn't have to go along with a religion, but what the prayer beads are like is another form of giving gratitude, doing affirmations, doing all of these things. And mala beads, prayer beads have 108 beads. And the 108 beads each stand for a different affirmation, a different gratitude. And every single morning, what I do with mine is I go through each bead and give each one a meaning for that day. So it's really, really powerful, a lot like the magic. And the biggest thing why I think people see also, and this is my personal opinion, why people see such a difference when they do the magic is because while they're reading, they're implementing. And most books, we don't implement right away. And the moment that we don't implement, our brain tells us that we don't need that information. So we're just going to throw it away and only keep like 10% of it. And that's why when you read a chapter of any book, you need to implement what you learn. So books like The Magic, why they're so successful. And if you haven't picked it up, just like Sass said, go get it. Because it is like a Bible to most people for a very, very long time, because it reminds them to do the practices every single day. And the reason why I like my malas is it's a little bit longer. It takes me quite a bit longer, but I like it because it's just different. I can feel it. That's my feeling thing again. I'm not a writer. So for me, the magic I like to practice, but not so much write. So for me, I like to feel, I like to give the energy out that way. There's not really a book that I'm talking about. It's just mala beads or prayer beads. You can Google it. I'll write it in the chat actually. But yeah, if you want to Google them. And then and she wrote the other book that we're talking about.
Also, I just want to touch on one thing I did see in the Facebook chat or the Facebook thread, I say chat with too many chats, is that once you complete the 28 days in the magic, it tells you to keep on doing the magic every single day. Mm-hmm. Some people start the book right over, or there's sections that you can go to. They have it in the back. It's like if you want to work on relationships, career, health, whatever it is, whatever you think you need to work on, well, then go and choose it. But the point of it is just do it every single day. Read it. It's going to become ingrained in your mind, in your brain, and it's going to take it on. You're going to live in a state of gratitude. It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
So, yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway, so continue your day, beautiful. I just wanted to give another option on the magic.
No, I love that. See, this is why like you feel like it's like you feed off of other people's energy and ideas, and you add to
the yin and the yang.
Yes. Awesome. Oh, I love this. So okay. Yes, back to the my power list. Okay. So I'll get up, I will meditate, I will do my gratitude, and then I'll just kind of have my morning. When we were rocking it before summer started, summer I got a little bit bad, so a little slap on the wrist here, but get back into it is the point. But when I was rocking it, I would get up, meditate, gratitude, and then I'd read and then listen to some audios. And that would just happen before I would go to the gym, and then I'd go to the gym at 7:15 in the morning. Then I'd be done by 8, come back home, get all ready, like shower, and just like, I live in what's called the cozies. What are cozies? They are nice little pajamas that you don't have to get all nice and put some pants on.
No pants, just cozies, and all of the cozy blankets. And Sassy Cassy's cozy blanket is the best. So if you ever go to her house, make sure you get hers.
Oh yeah, you'll fight a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old for it, but I can't. Yeah, no. But and then like the biggest reason why you'll see that I didn't do any income producing activities, I didn't touch my business, I didn't do anything business related. I keep my phone on airplane mode until I want to turn it on, usually after the gym, because I stand behind balance, but taking care of what's important. And the most important thing is yourself. Is me. The most important person to myself is me. Some people will say their children or their spouse or whatever, but no. They're only important. The most important person in your life is you, because there would be no you if you didn't take care of yourself, right? And you need, in my opinion, you guys need to I take care of myself first so I can give 100% to everyone else. I can take care of myself and then give back to my team, my family, whatever, right? Go ahead, Kat. Yeah.
In the chat, who is at least once a week doing something just for them?
Oh yeah. And like taking that time just for yourself, not with your spouse or anything like that.
a short half an hour walk. It doesn't matter, as long as you're committing to just doing it for you. It has nothing to do with anyone else, and you do it just for you. And this was actually something that I learned, and this book changed my life, and it was probably the simplest book in the world. I've talked about it a lot, but it's 52 Ways to Live a Kick-Ass Life, and it is more geared to women. But the chapters are like literally a page and a half. They're so short. And this one chapter, my son actually brought me the book one night and was like, Mom, can you read me a chapter in this book? And I had actually set it down for a long time and I hadn't read it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I could. And the chapter that he turned to was about non-negotiables. And it was the importance of having a non-negotiable for yourself. At least you should actually have one planned for every single day, one planned for a weekly, and then one really big one that's monthly. And that's all this page and a half told me, is that I needed to do this for myself in order to live a kick-ass life. And it really resonated with me. And I got thinking, because I became a mom I became actually a stepmom at 18 years old of a 6-year-old. And a year later, I became a mom of my 8-year-old. And I never really, since being a teenager, never really took time for me. So after I read that book and I put my son to sleep and I was sitting there and I'm like, wow, it's a kind of a weird chapter. Like, what's the importance of this? Like, I have fun all the time. I do things with my family all the time. My kids come first, like every other mom says. And ever since then, I was about a year ago now. And ever since then, I've always made sure that I have a non-negotiable. But it's really important to try and get used to it, right? Like, start with one a week, get used to actually committing to you. And then once you have that and you've committed to that for a while, then add on something that's maybe daily, that's just you, whether it be reading, whether it be yoga, whether it be meditation, whether it be something, but it's just for you. And then move on to doing other things. But anyway, I'll let you finish your day thing. I just wanted to say that.
No, I love that. And like that, it is really so important to take care of yourself, right? So you can give back to your team. You can give back to the community. You can just give, right? Because the lovely quote that I love, and I believe I heard it first from Tony Robbins. He was actually the first person I read when I was 17. I started getting into like the financial stuff because I always knew I wanted to better my financial future. Anyways, long story short, his quote was, "The secret to living is giving." So in order to give, you have to be 100%. I know when I don't feel good, whatever my daily stress is, if I'm not 100%, I'm like 92 or like 10. I don't want to give to other people. I want to give my energy to me to make sure I'm feeling okay. I can't give to other people. So these are my non-negotiables. This is my power list. This is me doing me before I can give, right? So everything was taken care of first, and everyone's routine is going to be different. I highly, highly suggest starting to meditate. I was not about meditation whatsoever. I came from a trades background. I was tomboy, whatever. Just totally not into that stuff. I was kind of against it for a while, but then I started seeing the benefits of it, and getting to know myself was the biggest thing. And actually, a couple weeks ago, we just went out to this yoga retreat, and the theme was to disconnect. And it was so wonderful being able to do that and just sit by yourself and just get to know who you are. So that's one reason why I love, who meditates in the chat? Let's hear it. I'd love to see this. But and start with 5 minutes, because you'll be like, oh, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? It's still going to happen for you for a while. The point is to keep practicing, because it's a practice, right? And then what else do I do? So once I go to the gym, I get all ready, all that stuff. I'll have a shower, hang out with my cozies. That's a tangent from the cozies. So I do that, and then usually I will start taking care of my business first. So I'll go to my business, I'll get back to some messages and some comments, and then I'll check out my ads, because I'm in a very good state. I just released some endorphins at the gym. I meditated. I'm in a state of gratitude. And then I'll go and touch my ads. Then I'll go and touch my business, because it's all about energy. Whatever your beliefs are, it's okay. My belief is that everything is energy, and you get what you put out, you get back, right? Almost 100-fold. So if you are in a negative space and you go and try and touch your ads or change one thing, do anything, get back to the leads, guarantee it's not going to convert. Guaranteed. So get in a great state of a place, and then when you do that, you work on yourself first. You take care of yourself first, because if you put it off, you're like, I'll take care of myself in the evening, I'll take care of myself later, I don't have time right now, I'll do it later. You're not going to do it later. Let's be honest, right? You're not going to do it later whatsoever. So just take care of you, because you need it. And if you don't think
thanks, Sass. I felt like you were talking to me right there.
I am. See, looking in the camera, see connection. Isn't that so cool too? You get to connect with people all across the world. We have people from Australia, New Zealand, the States. I'm in Whistler, you're in Kelowna. Like, this is amazing that we're able to connect in what we're doing. But it's take care of yourself. And then, so I get all my IPAs done, income producing activities. So what's going to progress you moving forward with your business income wise. But then once my business is all done, then I go and get back to my team. Then I will go and do this. And it doesn't stop there either. So I do coaching calls, and I have new member calls, and I even write in like my Zooms, like my private Zooms that I do with a few people on my team. I'll just have them scheduled in. Even like my right-hand woman, Leah, I have to schedule her in, because if it's not scheduled in the damn planner, it's not happening. Even trips, like,
trust me, this planner, like, sometimes we'll get to that.
Oh yes, it's my Bible, and it's okay. Like, oh yes, let's go get one of these, please. And just write it in, because if it's in a list, you see it in physical form. The majority of you said you like pen to paper, because your brain remembers. Ask Matthew, he's gone into all that neuro stuff, and he remembers things like that. I haven't told him, but it's just like your brain remembers. That's all the science that I know about it. But and then it just kind of goes day by day. It all changes. I only do coaching calls a few days a week, and then it just changes. But some days I won't do any calls in a day, because calls, it can be a lot. But
Sunday fun day, and you shouldn't be doing calls on Sunday fun day.
Oh yeah. Don't take a day, whatever day it is.
This like scheduled as Sunday fun day.
Yeah. Oh, Sunday fun day, and then you catch the Sunday, the greatest of all times, Goat Sundays, right? And isn't this the best one? I think so. We're rocking
who's getting value from this? Because like Sassy Cassy just like told you all of her secrets, and she has been killing it. Like, I have been so proud of this woman. She literally from the beginning of this year until now has stepped out and done more things on her own than most women would have. And she has a killer team behind her, because she takes time for them. She schedules them in, and she schedules her days so that she is implementing everything she's learning, so that she's doing the things that she needs to do. So when she says get a planner or start scheduling your life in some way, it is true. Like, I've learned a lot from Sassy, and she's helped my business become better too. So.
Aw, Kat. You get me all teary-eyed here.
Happy tears are all the tears.
Happy tears are all the tears. Oh, you guys, like, this has been such a blessing. And like, wow, holy crap, half an hour has already passed. Like, that's crazy.
I know. It's amazing. I need to be more structured. Yeah. So who after this is actually going to implement something though? Like for scheduling, like I'm going to touch on a lot of different things, but for the scheduling alone, like who's actually going to go get a scheduler tomorrow?
And don't just say you are. Like, it's great that you guys are like,
don't lie to us, because we don't give a shit either way. This is for you.
Oh yeah. Like
we care, but like it's not going to hurt us.
It's not going to hurt or help us, right? So
I love Crystal. She's ordering one right now.
Oh, see?
That's how to implement, and she's my kind of girl. And I don't know, like, are you done? Can I go into mine?
Oh yeah, go girl.
So my day, like I said, I have no schedule. I go on feels. And I also read this book once. It's the 5-second rule. And I try and live lots of my life, my decision-making, a lot of the things on the 5-second rule and the implementation. So like I said earlier in this Zoom, literally when you learn something, like going to events, who here went to the Vancouver event? Because we all know that was freaking awesome. Nope.
Like Vancouver last year or Toronto?
Oh, I meant Toronto. Wow.
No, it's so good. I love Toronto.
I don't even know where I am anymore. Toronto. Yeah. Okay. So who came home and started implementing immediately, or who implemented during the event?
Oh yeah, those that's just the one thing I got the most value. Oh my goodness, I want to touch on this before we go too far. It was hilarious because I've never did VIP before. I went to the last event that I went to was in Vancouver last year. And then I went to Toronto, and like I was like, no, I'm going. The power of manifestation. We can touch on that too. Whew, so many good things. I got the feelers going. But I was like, hey, I'm going VIP, and it was so funny because they all sold out. And then I went on the site one day, and then there was one left, and I purchased it. But it was hilarious. But I went there the first day, and I got the most value, and I felt like I got more value than what I paid for the first day. And I was like, I could go home right now and I'm good. Like, I don't need to learn anything else. I'm good.
These events, like if you haven't been to one yet, really make it a part of your goals. Make it a part of your visualization every morning, because like I said earlier too, being in personal contact with people, with all of us, it's a feeling that you won't have just being on Zooms, being on the Zooms where we're panelists. And even like, I hope a lot of you guys do Zooms where it's more personal and you do get to see each other's faces with your teams or with littler masterminds. But the difference when you go to an event is really life-changing. Like literally my very first GAZ event, it wasn't even a GAZ event. It was Jesse Garnier's event. And I wasn't even part of it. I was still a real estate agent. I was still like, no. I was like, no way am I getting into this weird cult of people. Like, my husband has turned into somebody weird. He's magically making money online, but I still ain't doing it. And I went to this event, and like the whole time I'm dealing with cranky clients. I'm trying to work from like 1,200 kilometers away. Obviously wasn't going over well. And by the time I left, I had quit real estate, and I had joined, paid my $99, and I had came in because these events are that life-changing. And I was so against it before going in, and now I'll do anything for this community. But going back to the 5-second rule and really implementing, my day is, if I have a thought of something that I want to do, I don't put it in a planner. I just do it. So like, I wanted to make a video that was more motivational. So first I wrote up the script. I posted it on Facebook. I seen how the script reacted with people commenting with it. And then I created the video for it. Thank you for putting that book there. So she reads my brain. And then I made the video of it that day. And I honestly, that's how I do almost anything and everything, is if I feel or think of doing something, I try and do it right then. My children are losing their poop because it's bedtime, but that's okay. Life of mom. It's really just about taking action. And being successful isn't having the best scheduler, but Sassy Cassy has the best scheduler, but she also implements. Being successful is just taking action. The more that you can take action, the quicker that you're going to get the results that you want. And if you have big goals, because I know I damn well have huge goals, and not all of them are financial. Some of them are more feeling based, because that's who I am. But and they're not something I can grab and hold on to. It's something else. And you really have to take action on the things that you're scared of doing, that you may not want to do. What should I do if I live like Kat? Because my brain doesn't work like that, and I know pen and paper, but I know pen and paper works for me. You live like me, but
I understand. You got to make a choice, right? You got to make a choice and really ask yourself, is it important? What you're doing right now, how you're doing business, is it important, or can it be better? What would you rather?
Another question for yourself too, now that she explained that, now I get it more, is who am I impacting if I don't do this? No one. Who am I impacting if I do? And and how much closer to my goals am I going to get if I do this? And how much closer to my goals am I going to get if I don't? It's really as simple as that. And I think Sassy Cassy froze, but she looks super cute. So at least she didn't freeze doing something else. So that's okay. It's really about just retraining your brain. All this is retraining your brain. Like, honestly, like I've read a lot of books lately where they're like, if you want to get better at achieving goals, give yourself goals that are achievable right away. The quicker that you can train your brain to achieve a goal, so say it's, I want to, I don't know, I actually gave this one to my downline the other day, but have a goal where like there's a non-hesitation day with your family. Whatever you want to do in that moment, that's what you do. And it's really easy. You don't really need to be, you don't really have to be financially great or anything to have a no hesitation day. It's just, if you want to eat ice cream for breakfast, you eat ice cream for breakfast that day. And it's like something that's fun, but it's a goal that you can achieve. And most people never do something like that. Whereas like they just, whatever their kids want to do, whatever you want to do, you go out and do it. And other goals that you could set that are really achievable. What are some other goals that are extremely achievable that you could start doing literally the moment we get off the Zoom?
I want to touch on one thing before we go too far. Yeah, sorry, my internet's being a little funny, but thanks for the compliment. I just want to talk about taking action and what that means. I was just actually talking to my personal mentor, my upline, about this, and like we hear it all the time. We hear, got to take action, take action. What are you doing? Take action. But what does that word mean? What does it mean to take action? And I'd love your guys' take on it, like in the comments section below too. It's like, what does it mean to take action? Because we hear it so much and people just brush it off. Just kind of goes off the shoulders just like that. Like it rolls off like the rain here in Whistler, just rolls right off you, right? It's like, what does it mean? And the biggest thing is just doing it. Like just means just fucking do it, from Krista. I like that. And that's what it means.
Maybe it's putting up like a picture on your whiteboard or a picture on your cork board or whatever you have in your office or like where you work most time.
Even on your phone.
Sign. Just put the Nike sign there.
Yeah.
Because every time you look at that, you think their slogan, just do it. And it will retrain your brain. The more you hear those words, use it as an affirmation. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Say it to yourself more and more. Like when I look at my dishes and I see them in the sink, I've been actually really good at this in the last like 2 weeks, doing simple things like that because I started reading books where implementing small goals and getting them done immediately really retrains our brain to actually accomplish the big goals that we want. Because me and Michael have always had like these bigger goals and we kind of get there and then we don't really achieve it. But we get close, but we're not really achieving it. So what we need to do is retrain our brains to achieve more goals, achieve them faster. And our brain's like, oh, we can do more things. Because all fear is, and all like hesitation is with our brain, is just the fact that it's unknown. You haven't done it before. When was the last time that you accomplished something that you set out to do? And most of us, we fail at this all the time. We say we're going to call our mom tomorrow. We don't actually do it. Or we say we're going to call our best friend and plan a coffee date, but we postpone it and we postpone it and we postpone it, or whatever we say we're going to do. What is that training our brain to do? Does that make sense? Throw some comments in the chat just saying if that's making sense.
That's fire.
Because like for me, like the last couple of weeks, especially even like that yoga retreat Sassy was talking about earlier, we learned a lot there too, is just to just be in the moment and just know what you need to get done and just get it done. Because it can be as much as when I think, oh, I should really be taking my kids for a bike ride, instead of, you know, like sitting here and being like, oh, I'll do it in an hour. Why can't I do it right now? Oh yeah, thank you. Okay, wait, selfie mode. Okay, we all need to smile and everybody post something really awesome in the chat or something. I don't know. Ready, Sass?
Yeah, we're just taking photos, you know, all that content, right?
You know, content.
Yeah. One thing too, like you were talking about goals, you guys, and I want to touch on this too. There's like so many side tangents, and I just want to give you guys all the value that I have learned this past, I've been in this business a year and a half. Consistently, no. I wish.
Can
But the
I
last
just pause
bit,
for a
yes.
minute? You want to know
Yeah.
what? So I just said, call my mom, and I did say that today, and now she just texted me weirdly at that same moment that I said that. So that's really weird. And manifestation at its finest. Okay, go.
Yes. About goals, right? And Kat hit some she touched on some very epic things, but I just want to go off that a bit. Do you guys have attainable goals? Do you guys have goals that don't really scare you? Do you have goals that are like, you could achieve them? I do, but it's not just those goals. It's not just those goals that I have. I have the big scary goals, and it could, like, a lot of people start off with materialistic things, with income things, but that's okay. That's okay, because that will grow too as you grow as a person. Your goals will get bigger. But the point is to set, like, what if you guys wanted to make $100,000 in 1 month? Let's just go off income, because everyone resonates with income for the most part, right? Whatever. We'll just say $100,000. And it seems like that seems ludicrous. Like, that seemed so ludicrous to me until I started hanging around the people that are making $1 million a month. Like, right? And it's like hanging around the people that are making 50, 60, 70, whatever it is. They level themselves up. It's like that. Most people don't make that in a year. And they're talking about making that in a month, like crazy. So what do? You make a freaking big scary goal that scares the living bejesus out of you. Oh, Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Sorry.
Oh, Siri. She knows when you need her.
Right? So it's make the big scary goal, because as Kat was saying, and I love that she touched on this, what she was saying was, make the goal, and if you don't quite make it there and you're a little bit disappointed with that, you're disappointed with not making it to that goal. What's up, Aiden?
Now you can say hi. Hi.
Yay, this is Aiden. He's a sweetheart. Awesome. So, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Aiden distracted me. No, that's okay.
Attainable goals, $100,000. You were talking.
Got it. So the point is making that big scary goal, and if you don't quite make it, well, that's better than not making it at all, or not getting closer to where you are at all. And you're going to get so sick of not making that goal. You're either going to do two things, and I hope it's one or the other. You're either going to do two things for not making that goal, not making it happen. Is you're either going to roll over and be like, well, this isn't for me. Entrepreneurship isn't for me. I'm going home. I'm going back to my day job. Screw this, right? But, or there's option number two, and I hope this is where you guys are leaning, because this business, you're going to have a lot of ups and a lot of downs. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Not going to tell you it's all sunshine and rainbows and you're shooting that up your ass. No. I am
what
going
happened to the being conscious of people's...
Oh, ask everyone.
You got so passionate.
Ask everyone has one, right? We all got a little, right? I don't count that as one. But if that offends anyone, I deeply, deeply apologize. But entrepreneurship, no, just kidding. But when you have that goal, and like you have that one-sided things where you could roll over and whatever, right? Or you could want to go number two. And option number two, no, it doesn't matter what I say, it's way better than option number one. So we'll just go with option number two, right? If you guys want to go with option number two, just comment option number two. I'm going to go into it anyway.
I feel like I lived with boys for far too long. First asses and then number two.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I can't even.
That's awesome. Option two, I love this. You guys are all saying option two. Yes. Okay, you guys don't even know what it is yet. That's pretty risky.
They're taking after me and just taking action and just like, I got to make a decision.
You guys put a lot of trust in me, and I don't even know half of you. So that's ballsy. Good for you. Keep that in your business. Take that with you. So what option two is, you're going to get so sick of not making it to your goal. You're going to get so sick of not achieving it. You're going to get so sick of being a failure. But that's the beauty about being a failure. You're figuring out how things don't work to get you to a place where they do work. So you're getting one step closer, right? It's like the light bulb, making the light bulb. I'm not going to butcher that though. You're going to get so sick of it, and that's what's going to be your fuel. You're going to propel yourself forward. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm not going to let this break me. I'm going to own this. I'm going to own this shit. And this shit is your business. The shit is your life. Oh man, I just want to, before I get too off my passion train, who listens to podcasts? Because I have an epic podcast that I need to share with all of you. Mama Cat does. Let me know who listens to podcasts to say yes. super, or just type a Y, super simple, make it easy for you.
Automation at its finest.
Oh, yes. Oh, Julian. Thank you. Andy Frisella, the MF CEO project. Please go and download that, listen, follow right now, and pump him up. He will pump you up every single morning. I listen to like 4 podcasts.
Turn into Sassy and just be like swearing at people and being all excited. No, Michael listens to him too, and he's really, really good. And we've actually shared it with a lot of our team, so it's very good.
Share that, mofo. Share it. It is so good, and you'll get that place where you feel passion. He'll pull you out of your seat, and just from like speaking, because he's speaking so passionately, and he is a multimillionaire, and it's MF CEO. There you go. Mike Martin posted it in the Facebook Live. Thank you. Oh yes, yes, MF. You just go the MF CEO project. So the letter M, the letter F, CEO project. You're welcome, Carly.
Live, so don't worry, you'll always have access to it. You just have to search and do a little effort to find it if you do.
Perfect. Yeah, and Andy Frisella, I just started listening to him, and what's the beauty of this community? The beauty of it is I actually didn't even know about it until I Tyler Caldwell does a lot of little trainings for that's our side of the team, and July 10th is gold. Yes, Allie. Yes. You guys should listen to the July 10th episode where he was doing a podcast with Billie Jean is Marketing. It's an hour and a half, give or take. And if you guys don't know who Billie Jean is Marketing is yet, I suggest you go and look into him and follow him, because he's a genius when it comes to marketing. Okay. But that little side tangent, getting a little off track here, but I just love this. I love this. I love speaking and seeing you guys interact and just like connecting. This is just making my heart so happy.
Yeah. But honestly, guys, we have about 10 more minutes. So I would really love to open it up to you guys. If you're not in the Zoom meeting, you probably won't be able to ask any questions. So if you want to ask some questions, hop over to the Zoom. We did post a link in the Facebook group, but post some questions in the Q&A for us. We have 10 more minutes to share with you, and we'd love to answer anything that you may have. Because we have covered a lot of things today, like masterminding. Really, for one, who's going to implement that? Let's just kind of go over the small things. This is something that I do with my close women all the time, but there's also other people that I need to start implementing it with as well, new people. So yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so
let us know.
Me. All right. Well, I really would have wished that we would have inspired more than one to go get them.
I think we definitely did.
The thing, if you want an easy way to do it, and I'm pretty sure they'll allow you to do it, but in the Global Affiliate Zone group, post where you are, where you live, who you're kind of looking to find, what you want kind of to talk about. Ask for 3 to 4 people. It's really important not to go over 3 to 4 people. Just keep it. Keep it between 3 or 4 people. Once you have 3 or 4 people, you cut off the line and you stick with those 3 or 4 people for a while to figure out if they are your people. If they're not your people, you go on, you post it again in the Global Affiliate Zone. I want to see this tonight, that a bunch of you go make a post. And I really hope that some of you will try and impress us and go do it before this thing's even over.
I want to touch on one thing too before we hop off, to stick with us until we're completely done, because there's some things I need to touch on. So keep going, Kat. Yes.
And then the next thing I wanted to kind of really touch on is who's going to go get the planner for Sassy, or not for Sassy, but for you, that Sassy talked about. It's already ordered. Krista, we know that. You're amazing.
Beautiful. And just be diligent with it. There was one week in there where I just needed a reset, and I did not write a damn thing in my planner. And guess what? Nothing got done.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I like how, I'm not quite sure his whole name, but Shane, I'm going to assume, has a reminder to get one after work. That's what I do. If I can't do it right now, that's how I live most of my life. I tell Siri to remind me.
Oh yeah.
Siri, because easy as that. Look at this. And
automation.
My Siri is a British man. I love Siri.
Ooh, I know. I just realized you can change these things. You have an Australian.
I don't know how to do it because my 8-year-old did it for me, but I asked
Siri to open it for you.
I changed my name to Perfect Unicorn too, so that's awesome. You can do that. You can get fun with it. But post-it notes, yeah, sure. If that's something that you like to do and have your screen covered in post-it notes, I don't like that because I carry my laptop everywhere with me. Because for me, I don't like to work in an office like Michael or some people do. For me, I like to take it everywhere. So that's my way of how I stay committed to my work is I just take it everywhere with me while I do the things that I love. Michael's very opposite. He has to work in his office, get his work done, and then go to do the things. So it's all perfectly fine, however you work best, but just find equal balance and find a way that you can commit fully.
Oh, we got some questions here. Yeah, I'll read them off, and then whoever wants to
go ahead, Sass.
Losing my words here, all the passion.
Just read the words and you won't have to figure out words.
Yeah, some good starter topics for a mastermind. What is your DMO? What are you doing every single day? Is it working for you or is it not?
And find people that want to exercise with you. Like find people that love yoga. Like for me, I find people that love yoga. I actually have a yoga chat that we haven't done it all summer, so I'm going to give us all shit right now. But our yoga class group is shitting the bed. But we used to go to yoga every day together.
Yeah.
At least one or two of us. There was a group of about 10 of us, and we would put it in the chat every single morning what class we were going to, and somebody would show up to keep us accountable.
Ooh, Krista.
So an exercise one is really good, and you can have that within the same mastermind that you guys are talking about ads. If you guys want more help with ads, ask for that. Somebody will
reach out to your upline.
Yeah, or reach out to someone else, or just put it in the Gaz chat in the post that you're going to make within Gaz and say, these are the topics I need to talk about to make me better. This is what I'm good at. Put both. What I need help with, what I'm good at, and you will find the people that they're good at what you need help with, and you're good at what they need help with.
Yeah, and split test, even just want to go off this a little bit too, is when you guys just get to know each other a little bit, good, but always make a point to be talking about business, about what you're doing and what you're going to do. Set a goal for the next time you mastermind. Start with once a week, or maybe do it as much as you can. If you won't really want to get to a place where it's going to propel you forward, then do every single day at the same time, no matter what, non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so how do you structure your masterminds? For me, there is no structure. We'd have a glass of wine and a Zoom meeting and talk about the things that we need to talk about and you set it either a time. Some people have morning coffee all together. That was a really good way. I used to do that with my moms. I would have morning coffee after we dropped off the kids at school, and we would all meet and sit for an hour. Yeah. So that's another way to do it. Or in the evening.
Make it your own.
Yeah, make it your own. There's no structure.
Don't compare. Yeah, just don't compare. Yeah,
don't make it work. Make it enjoyable so that you want to do it, because you get to have these masterminds. Don't make it a have to, make it I get to.
Yeah.
And trust me, everything will change. If you start using get instead of have in your sentences, everything will change about the way you look at it. How long have you both been in the biz, and when do things start falling into place for you? So I think I'm just going to do a quick answer, because if you guys want to reach out to us more, find us in person, find us at the events, right? Like that's where you guys talk and find these things out about each other. I've been in almost 2 years, started falling into place for you. Well, Michael was already in the business, so I understood the concept. I was already a salesperson, so I actually started seeing sales within 2 weeks. I hit 6A quicker than Michael did. So for me, it happened really quick, but I have had slow patches in my business a lot of the time because I wasn't committing. So it's all about commitment for me. Sassy, you want to answer that question too?
Yeah. Biggest thing is, how long have we both, I've been in this business a year and a half, as I said, just at the year and a half mark. I haven't been consistent my whole entire time, with doing business. When it's really started to take off, I had success within my first month and my second month, and then I got complacent with my business. So I started thinking that this is easy. I don't need to apply myself anymore. I had a bunch of other distractions, and I wasn't propelling myself anymore because, this is easy. That took a hindrance on my third and fourth month, and everything started to fall apart at that point, because I was pretty much full-time when I first started, and then it was because I had an injury and all that stuff. But when things started to fall into place is when I started doing the actions to get me the results. So I started being consistent And consistent doesn't mean, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour every single day. It means just doing it every single day. It can be 3 hours, it can be 6 hours, it can be 1 hour. Yeah.
The reason why you became successful, Cassy, wasn't because of your structure. It was because you came into your power. The moment that any of you guys can come into your power, and Cassie's, it is structure is one of her powers. She is an amazingly structured person, and she can live to it. Like, she lives it. Like, she doesn't just write it, she lives her scheduler. But she came into her power. Back a couple months ago, she didn't live her power. She had a scheduler, she had the Bible, she had all these things, but she was doing it for other reasons, and she was doing it for other people. She wasn't doing it for her, and she wasn't doing it because she knew she was great at it. She figured it out. She figured out what she was great at. And that was the same thing with me. And I did really well because I was good at sales, but then I lost it. And I lost everything when I was trying to find who I am. And it took me a long time to figure out my brand, to figure out me. And I don't know, some of you might follow me, but I really didn't find me and my brand until about 3 months ago. And
yeah, mine was about 8 months ago. 7 months ago.
Yeah. It's really about coming into your power. And once you can come into your power and figure out what you're good at, Cassy is great at keeping a team structured. She's great at helping other people become structured and understand the importance of that and why she needs that. And she can explain it to the death till her lips turn blue, because she will. She will. And that's why I had to stop her. But the other thing is for me, I just wanted people to feel good. And I just wanted people to know that there was more, and to implement things right away to help make them feel that way right now, without having to be in the system, without having, without having to do all those things. It's really about just stepping into your own power and understanding what you're good at and how you can help others. And it's really about learning, doing, and teaching. It's something that I learned in a VIP day. Like Sassy said, sometimes we take the most away from the VIPs and the stuff that's more intimate, because these are very small masterminds that we host within GAZ, and they're live and they're in person. And yes, we do take a lot away from them. And it was something that I learned at a VIP day: learn, do, teach. And it's really important that when we're learning, that we are implementing and doing. And as you implement and do more, and you help more, and then you teach more people, you will figure out what you're good at.
Yes.
We'll figure out where your power is. And it might take you over a year or almost a year and a half, like it took me. But doesn't mean you can't be successful in the meantime.
100%. One thing I want to do, guys, before you guys pop off, because I know we are at the top of the hour here, is I want you guys, anyone who wants to take responsibility of this, to go and post in the Global Affiliate Zone page, greatest of all time, the most thing that you took away from tonight's mastermind, from tonight's meeting.
Oh, please. Yes. Go comment, really, because we want to share our message with so many people, right?
Yeah.
Like, the whole point of what we do is to share a message. And like, for us to come out on here, you might think it's easy for us, but we still have nerves. Like we do, this is still nerve-wracking for us. And for us to sit here and share what we're good at, what our power is with all of you guys. Yeah. Hashtag girl power, or hashtag, like I just made up the other day, Flossom.
Yeah, Flossom.
We all have our flaws, and we all have what we're good at, and awesome. And it's really impactful the more that we can influence more people. So please share with and tag somebody that needs to hear our message from tonight. Really share it with people, because there's so many people in this community that don't ask for help enough, and they don't ask for masterminds, and they don't ask for things that they need. And by the time that they are willing to ask, it's too late. They're too far gone. You know, like they're too down in the dumps, and they're not willing to put in the work anymore. So it's really important that we help these people right away, and we help them understand the power of the community. So there is one last question. I think I'll just quickly answer it.
Yeah.
And close off. Samantha asked suggestions on how to leverage each other's ads budgets. So really what you do when you're trying to leverage each other's and make an ad budget between the 4 of you, or however many are in your group, is really just taking the same ad copies and taking either different photos or whatever, but it's the same idea of an ad, and really just figuring out what targeting works with that ad. And then once you guys figure that out, you can be like, okay, Sassy, I tested this ad copy that you're testing. Same time, we figured out that Canada works best for us, and that the cost was actually lower than the one you tested for entrepreneurship or for family or for wine or whatever you're testing. So that's one way to do it. I think that's the easiest way to answer that.
Yeah, just test different things, try different things, but using the same, test together, and like, this is what worked, this is what didn't.
A bad thing to copy. Marketers copy. It's just make it the way you find people that are similar to you, that you can resonate with, that your followers will resonate with them too, and split test some things and figure it out. And then once you figure out what targeting works and where your money should go, then you can change the ads to be more you, to be more. So it's one way to do it that way. Well, I love and appreciate every single one of you. I'm so thankful that so many showed up to actually be live with us today. And
that brings our personal power that much more. So thank you guys. We love this. This is amazing. Everyone who engaged, like, oh, thank you. So we got a few tasks. Let's do a recap before we hop off. You got a mastermind, planner, do a post about the greatest of all time Sundays with the ladies, what you got. Sorry, I was fingering some of you when I did that by accident. But the greatest of all time, what you guys got the most value out of, what you guys are going to go implement, and just do it.
Just do it. Just really implement small things and make them into the bigger things, and stuff will start happening for you guys.
Hell yeah. I want to see your success.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Bye guys.
Wait. Oh. I love money and money loves me. I love money and money loves me.
If you guys haven't heard this is the money dance. So whenever you want to get the money flowing or anything, you want to have a good relationship with money, start doing the money dance and start chanting and singing and dancing. It was amazing. That was one of my favorite part about these events that we were at. We got everyone in there just doing a dance. It was amazing.
And one last happy birthday, Jang.
Happy birthday, Jang.
I can't believe that the person who implemented Sunday Fun Days into my life, that your birthday landed on a Sunday. How much synchronicity could there be? I'm so grateful for you, and
so grateful.
Like, so grateful. We love it.
You taught me my greatest lesson ever. Like, thank you, much appreciation. But everyone who showed up here, much appreciation. All right, it's time to go get some grub. Bye, guys. Love you, chat.